Nina hates to be perceived. So we all say hi, Nina.
Hi, Nina! Yay! Palakpakan naman natin ang ating Renzo!
Hi, Arvin. I play drums.
Hi, I'm Anton. I play the guitar.
Hi, my name is Soph and I sing.
Hi, I'm Renzo. I sing and I also play guitar.
My name's Lada and I play the bass.
We're Any Names Okay.
And you're watching Mix, the beat of our culture.
Ooh, I've always fallen in love with simple words, especially when it's written in such a beautiful, like a very relatable context. I think a king, I do say this a lot, is like Rico Blanco, John A. Danao, Ebe Dancel. They take some of these simple words and they make such beautiful poetry out of it. And I'm not on the level, and we're not on the level of those people, but we just like that culture that we've persisted. I think it's such a very Filipino thing to take something very, very ordinary and make it beautiful and poetic. And that's how Sungit really started out. It's almost that juxtaposition of Sungit being such a very, very harsh word, but we play around with it as Filipinos in the Sungit mo naman, and the lyrics are quite sweet, and we just wanted to play around with that dichotomy.
No, um, I think it's not about having that as a prerequisite, but I think it's an acknowledgement that it goes hand in hand, like all the sungitan and the petty moments. I think it's really part of it. It's not like something that causes love or whatever. I think it's really inherently part of it.
I also think for a lot of us, or at least for me personally, only the people who are closest in my life will see that side of me, like the sungit side. I'm sure these guys have seen a bunch of that also, because I've seen them like every week for the last 8 years. But yeah, I think especially sa ating mga Pinoy na when we meet new people or when we're outside of our comfort zones, palagi tayong polite, alam mo yun, like we're very, ikaw na, parang ganun. Like may ganong culture. Yeah, may ganong culture. And I think the sungit and the, like allowing yourself to relax in that sense and like just be annoyed or frustrated or like petty, I think that comes out only when you're so close to somebody. And I think sometimes that's an interesting thing that we only can show like that irritable side to those we love the most. But I think it's also kind of an honor sometimes, like when I have a friend who is able to be masungit to me or is able to be masungit about something else and vent to me. I feel like that's such an honor. And I think that's a different spin on the concept of being masungit. Ganun. So yeah, that's something we wanted to turn into a song also. Because again, as Renzo said, it's such an ordinary or like a common feeling that we wanted to put into sound also. So yeah.
I think lyrically, it was already set in stone, kind of, I guess. Because it was Renzo who wrote most of the lyrics. But in terms of the arrangement, I like to think now we have a bit of a distinct sound because it's really a mix of all of our influences. So, in terms of balancing that with the kind of the meaning of the lyrics, I think it came very naturally to us. Na just I think for this song, Renzo sent in like a demo of it, and then I think I can speak on behalf of everyone that like we could already like kind of picture what the song would sound like in the end. So I think all of that just came together, and then that's how we got Sungit.
Yeah, and I think it was like almost like actually every one of our songs is a collective effort, and like what Lada said, it's a lot of those influences coming together, and that balance of the musicality was always, I think, in the forefront of it. In the forefront of any song that we write, we want to make sure that the music tells the story too. We love lyrics, we're such lyrics people, but music plays such a key part in telling that story. Maybe even a song like Sungit, where it is maybe the lyrics are quite sweet, the musicality can be quite like loud, rockish, and we try and play with that. We try and tip the balance a little bit when we play and experiment with our sound. We usually nag-fight to the death kami ni Soph.
Tekken style.
Yeah, Tekken style. So may ano, I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like it's not as complicated a choice as most people would think. Like, I think we actually we were asked this also in a recent interview na, like, how do you choose? Like, hindi ba kayo parang nag-aagawan ng spotlight or anything like that? And I feel like, I think the number one consideration is also who wrote the song. I think there's a lot of meaning in being able to sing what you wrote yourself. And I think we try to honor that when we split songs, I guess. So for example, for Sungit, this is really a song that Renzo wrote the lyrics for. Like, this is his story. It's something that he like that has been like ruminating in his brain as a concept.
Ruminating.
Yeah, for a while. So personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable kind of taking over that song with my own vocals, because I know that it's his story to tell. I feel like personally, that's a consideration of mine always. Like, for songs that I sing or that I open, I feel like maybe that's a song that I wrote naman. Parang ganun. I think we feel that there's lots of emotion or it would be a completely different song if I were to open or if I were to sing for most of it. And I don't think it would have served its purpose if that were the case. So yeah.
And after that discussion, that's when we have our fight to the death. Tas, it's up to fate at that point.
So there. I guess maybe speaking from like a lyric side, maybe like one of my bandmates can talk more on like the musical on the musical aspect. But I think for storytelling, we're really not a band that does too many love songs to begin with. I think sorry, that was the question, right? If we can expect more like parang similar stories. Yeah. So I think maybe the songs of ours that get the most attention would be the love songs. I think that's just a very Pinoy thing na hugot and alam mo yan. And I personally, I love to write a love song, like a yearning song. That's my jam. But I think overall, like if you take a look at our discography, we like to write about other things mostly. I think especially I think you might see that more in our last EP, Leaving Home, where we were really talking about I guess sadder emotions and I think more introspective feelings than feelings that are shared. So I think for this album, we're growing up also. I think we think very differently than we did in our last project. So I think it's gonna be a lot more relatable emotions like frustration or anger or joy, sorrow. I think that's very general. Sorry, that's very vague. It's just all the emotions. Yeah, not ones that are very. We will have love songs, of course. That's just very human, also. But yeah, I think we're just as you said, a wider range of emotions will be explored in the album. So yeah.
I think also the music specifically would try to mirror that sentiment na like a wider range of emotions, wider range of musical elements, genres, gear, diba? And yeah, just like overall style lang. Like we wouldn't want to box it into this formulaic 2 guitars, 1 bass, drums, vocals. Parang I think the recent trend, at least like past 2 years, mga ganun, is to like explore not only other genres but also other instruments, other types of gear. So yeah, especially gear.
Daming binibili niyo.
Yeah, more experimentation.
Parang wala namang masungit.
Most lang.
The piece. Not to speak on behalf of the band. Sige.
Honestly, I think it would be Anton.
Yeah.
The peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is Anton. Even if like he's I guess the newest member of the band, no, he still understands everyone like individually, such that if a fight were to occur between, let's say, myself and someone else, I think I easily see Anton as being the one stepping in.
I agree. And I think part of it is also because that's why the band works well, because the cultures are so vast, especially that Anton comes from CDO, actually played in the band in CDO also. Yeah. Oh, hey. Regional. That's exactly every time we, not to like, we love Manileños also. We are a Manilenya. But there's just something about having somebody from a wholly different culture and we can still relate wholeheartedly. I think that's why medyo golden retriever energy si Anton. He keeps a peace. Most masungit, it's got to be so you?
Let me speak. So no, honestly, Soph, I think as the only woman in the band, I think you get a pass. So it's Arvin.
I feel like, if we're gonna be feminist about this question, it's Arvin. But
we're gonna leave.
or actually, I feel like it's me. But again, I think it's just the dynamic of being an only girl. I think there's a dynamic for sure. Like it's not that I complain. It's just sometimes it's just I just need a moment. But yeah.
You need
I need several moments. Yeah. I need several moments. But it's okay. I still like it here, so.
For me, like specifically with Sungit, I wish people who listen to the song come out taking and appreciating the small bits and pieces that make up any type of connection you have with the human being. I think that really is the point of it. We're not saying like, oh, you always look at the positive side and think of all the negatives as positives. That's not what the song's trying to say. It's just every little thing that makes up a connection with a human being is special. Like you were saying, it's such a almost it's an honor to see all this multifaceted side of people, and we hope that people become more appreciative even of simple things. That's me.
Oh.
9.
Oh, minus. Honestly,
I do small caps.
I hate small caps.
I love it.
Sige, sila.
Lada.
No, I don't think it's fair kasi for me that's a 0 kasi I use
I hate I hate small caps. I prefer an all caps haha over an emoji. So I think honestly not that high. It's not the most. I think a 7, a solid 7.
Okay.
Pag may small caps, and you made a funny joke, it feels like an insult.
Mag-reply ka pa.
Nag-reply ka pa.
Joke na. Sungit naman.
I think
Without asking.
I think Lada.
first off, wow, fat shaming. Yeah.
Big ba?
I would.
The last piece of food, parang how would I feel, no? How sungit would I feel if someone took last? I think also a 3, honestly. Like, it's a very Filipino thing to not like get the last piece, eh? And like, I'm a big proponent of that. I don't get the last piece. Nahihiya ako, so
Yeah. Yes. That's a good answer. Oh, Anton. Oh.
No.
Not really.
Maybe.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
Wait, the question is, how masungit would I be if...
How much are you if you were?
Okay, I think mataas kasi pride ko. So, like, admittedly. And, parang, ano ba? I think, how masungit would I be?
Yeah, parang kanyari you're in that moment na like you're cold pero you do wanna give up. So it's not the most. So yeah.
I think the level of kasungitan that I would need to have to do that is like an 8. Yung because I'm not really, well, mataas yung pride ko, but I'm not really afraid to ask for what I want. So I think, like, I'm very confrontational as a person. So I think the only time na I would be parang magtatampo ako, ganun, is if I'm like really annoyed, like an 8, minimum 8, ganun. Because otherwise I can be like, ano ba, ganun. Parang I'm very confrontational. But if it reaches a certain level, parang
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
I think
Everyone.
unanimously,
I think everyone.
I think it's real.
I think it's a 10. I think Jenny's bahala ka is the word.
may karugtong ka ba? Malaki ka naman.
I think it's the most. It's the word or the phrase equivalent of like, I don't really care. It's like it's the phrase equivalent of I don't really care anymore. It's like that's all you. It's like I choose to be apathetic of your situation, and I think apathy is a 10. It's a 10. It's Anton.
Me?
Anton. Ikaw naman. Para maiba.
Parang siguro may on the like rare occasions na magawa ko yun. Siguro high up, like I would have to be like an 8 or a 9 on the Sungit-meter. Kasi parang magawa ko yun, like ayoko, like sungit na talaga para
I do that. They might not know because we don't really like live together. But I'm a door slammer. But it takes like a 9 or 10, 9 minimum. Like I think especially like at home talaga. Parang admittedly if wala nang masabi, But yeah, so I'll give it a 9 or a 10.
Hassle kung medyo soft closed doors kayo, no? Tapos,
Hihilahin.
Ulitin ko. Lada. Puro ako na eh. Sungit ka naman. Hindi naman yun. I think Lada.
I think Lada.
Playful lang. Ang yeah. Romance, it's weird.
Lada's like a...
Yeah, he's like,
Like
so ganun. You're like that.
Really?
Yeah.
You make that face.
Di mo pa na yun.
No, but there are instances though na I think there are instances na I do that and it's like a 10 sungit. As in, especially at work.
Even if it's playful.
Yes. Yeah, I would say a 10 most of the time, pero yeah, there are playful ones, mga 2.
I think we're sheriffs.
Wala nung.
ooh, so medyo low, medyo.
What if nasa receiving
Like,
end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think Renzo does.
Okay. Hindi, it's not because
Scene siya tapos type
mas mawala.
Tapos the type siya na
I think it's more about protecting my peace of mind. Sometimes I have to take a pause. Pero for the most part, I think it's just I kind of hate messaging. I hate texting. It's one of my worst traits. So it's not like super masungit. I think it's more like a 4. But if I do leave it unseen, it's really just more like I'm trying to think about what to say. Kasi baka I also don't want to say anything.
Very intentional.
Yeah, I think more of that. I don't want to like hurt or say something, and then
for the camp.
and in sa chat, I'm the most horrible. Yeah, like a 4.
Hi, Gen Mix, where any name's okay.
And if you like our music, if you like any of our songs, feel free to follow us on all of our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, YouTube,
TikTok as well.
TikTok, all at Any Names Okay.
Threads, LinkedIn. Please stream our latest single, Sungit. We hope that you enjoy it, and we're also looking forward to releasing our album in 2026. So thank you very much, Gen Mix.
Bye.